Chelsea Football Club receive an apology from Jamie Carragher. Well, that's as big as you're gonna get, because honestly, he basically said, I am wrong. He didn't basically say, he admits he was wrong. I'll tell you when. Furthermore, Wesley Fofana is getting huge praise from a centre-back that allegedly was great. I don't remember watching him play. However, apparently he's top 5 centre-halves in the league. And I need to talk about that because it's very important to understand, is he overrated him, or is Wesley Fofana actually that good? Furthermore, 2 Chelsea boys on international duty absolutely contribute with a goal or an assist. Madueke and Enzo Fernandez. I'll tell you lot about that. But before we get started through the daily news, listen, I've had a horrible week. Alright, terrible week. But what you can do to cheer me up is hit that like button. Because honestly, I am so exhausted. Doing this right now does not interest me whatsoever. However, I have a commitment to all of you to deliver you the latest Chelsea news because I'm the Chelsea dietitian. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. So, Jamie Carragher, in my opinion, is one of my favourite pundits to listen to when he's not talking about Liverpool or Chelsea. Number one, he triggers people really well. I think Jamie Carragher has mastered, right, how to say things where people go, oh, kind of makes sense, but at the same time, you know full well he's trying to trigger you. Well, a couple months ago, he absolutely mocked Chelsea fans to the point where all of us were furious. Genuinely, I don't know a single Chelsea fan that did not know how to react to this other than, I am annoyed at this guy. I can't wait for him to eat his words. He basically said when we were signing Joao Felix and Pedro Neto, where are they going to change? There is no spots for them to put their boots in. Oh my God, how are they going to train? They have like 50 players, and he went on with that classic Sky media where, you know, they know exactly what they're doing. They're triggering us. They know we're emotional. As football fans, we are super passionate and super emotional. However, on the overlap, you know what? Fair play to Jamie Carragher, because I can't lie to you. When he actually talks football, I love listening to him. And he was very upfront and honest. He put his hands up and said, look, I was wrong. I was very mistaken. Enzo Maresca has done a great job. He's done brilliant. He's come in. He's isolated the players he didn't want. He's basically honed in on the players he wants. And he's openly said, Ben Chilwell, you're not playing. Raheem Sterling, you got to go. And he's been resilient. What I'm going to say is, why is it we have to get to this stage before people just hold their hands up and they just don't watch the Kavkas View like I told you guys? Look, I told you, look, we do not have 40 players. We have 25 players that are first team players. The rest are all squad players. Furthermore, and this is the biggest one of all, I think it's super imperative that we understand every summer this is going to happen. Every summer we're going to get written off unless we're winning stuff. And then, and this is the biggest one of all, then they'll find a way that, oh, they're spending too much money. That's the reason they're winning. So we're never going to get the praise that we deserve. However, we don't need their praise. Because what we need as Chelsea now is to win our next 4 games. We win our next 4 games, right? Leicester, I think Southampton, Aston Villa and Spurs in some different order. I promise you, they're going to start. Are they title challengers? Are they cheeky title challengers? Are Chelsea title challengers? You're going to see that. Chelsea's scary. Chelsea are title challengers. Chelsea are sneaking up. Dark horses. That is going to be the one. Chelsea dark horses. I promise you, I can't wait for that to happen. We just need to make sure we do our part to make it happen. Let's get into it. The next story is from a pundit that I can't lie to you, really infuriates. Especially because this pundit is Martin Keown. And I think he absolutely gets cooked on TalkSPORT on a weekly basis by Simon Jordan. Simon Jordan on a weekly basis gives him an exhibition, in my opinion, of how to cook somebody, pan-fried, olive oil all over him, absolutely annihilates him in every debate. Genuinely, I think Martin Keown's debate skills are not good enough to be on the radio. I think he most probably was a great footballer. I'm too young to remember him. However, everyone tells me he was a very good, solid, hard-as-nails centre-half. However, for once, he came out with something that I was like, is this being outlandish? He said, Wesley Fofana is top 5 centre-halves in the league. At this moment in time, he smothers players, he carries the ball well, he's good on the ball, he's really energetic, and he's finally starting to fulfill the potential that Chelsea paid for. So for me, he said a lot there. So we're going to break this down. Number one, does he smother players? Yeah. I think Wesley Fofana has got the Antonio Rudiger of defending. I call it Antonio Rudiger of defending purely based on the fact that Tony was the one that, as soon as the ball's going into someone, he's clattering you. He's going through you. He's going to be in your face. He's going to be aggressive. And you are going to make sure you either release the ball or you're going to have to rip him. Otherwise, you're losing the ball. Then he loves to carry the ball. Antonio Rudiger used to love to carry the ball. Picks up the ball, powerful runner, goes past players like they're not there, just physically imposing. Thirdly, he said he loves to play the ball well. I think this is the weakest area of Fofana's game. I genuinely do. I don't think Fofana is that great on the ball. I think, yes, he's got a decent passing range, given time and space. I don't think on the ball he's a Levi Colwill. I don't think he's as good as Gabriel Magalhaes. I don't think he's as good as many other players in this league. So I wouldn't say he's top 5 in that aspect. And finally, he said he's fulfilling the potential. Well, I don't think he's fulfilling this potential because he hasn't stayed fit for a whole year. For him to start fulfilling this potential, he needs to go on and win trophies and play many more games. Whilst I love when people praise our players, I don't want you to praise them the way he just praised them. Because what this has done is now, top 5 centre-half. Everybody's going to hone in on his games and absolutely wait for every little mistake, especially at centre-half. You do 9 things right, the 10th thing you do wrong, the 9 are erased. So for me, whilst I think Fofana is amazing, and once I think Fofana could become one of the best centre-halves in the league, I think he's far away from it. I think at this moment in time, just off the top of my head, Virgil van Dijk, Konate, Gabriel, Saliba. Straight away, I got 4. And if I look long and hard throughout the Premier League, I guarantee you I'll find another one that could be better than it. But at this moment in time, we need to respect what we have. We got Levi Colwill and Wesley Fofana. Let them play, let them make the mistakes, and let them grow. Let them blossom. Let them blossom. Let them grow. Because if they grow, they will become better players, and we will know at the end of the season, do we need to go buy someone else or not? Do not panic buy anyone, please. Now a quick summary of what has happened this week. Well, firstly, Enzo Fernandez played against Paraguay and got a very nice chip assist where he picks up the ball in transition, chips it over the top, Lauti pops it in. And for me, this is good because now he's got 5 assists in 3 games. And all of a sudden, everybody's getting excited. Oh my God, does Enzo come back into the team? Oh my God, does Enzo need to start playing for Chelsea again? Oh, is Enzo better than Lavia? Personally, I'm saying relax, calma, okay? Because what I think is happening now is they're doing that thing. Enzo needs to get dropped. Enzo gets dropped. The minute Lavia puts a few things wrong, oh, no, Enzo has to play. It's unacceptable. Chelsea aren't scoring goals. There's no context applied, right? Our fixtures that Lavia have played in have been tough. However, Enzo is a good player as well. Let's not talk about him like he's some sort of bum and like he doesn't deserve to play for Chelsea. I think his performances have been under par this year. I don't think he's been as good as everyone says he has, nor has he been as bad as everyone says. I think he's just been average, right? But he is getting on a decent run now. He's got 3 against Trevor Noah's team. He got an assist against Arsenal. He got an assist against Paraguay. And now let him keep this run going. The more he does this, the more we're going to get excited. The more he's going to get confident. And then hopefully he breaks through into this team. That's just my personal opinion. I do want to see him break back into this team. I think he offers us something in terms of creativity. And in the smaller games, the Southamptons, the Leicesters, we're going to need him. Genuinely, that's my thought. I don't know. In the comments below, let me know. Do you think Enzo Fernandez's starting days at Chelsea for now are done? Or do you think there needs to be a huge change for him to get back in easily? And finally, Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke against Greece. I watched this game full, 90 minutes. Noni done okay. He done actually really well. I'm being harsh when I say okay. Noni picked up the ball, drove at his man, absolutely ripped him. Good cutback. And Ollie Watkins scored. Many occasions where he relieved the pressure for England. England have a funny way of playing. You know, they've got so many talented players. However, they really struggle to retain the ball in an actual way that reflects that they're being dominant. They'll keep the ball in the centre-half, the DM position, but they never keep it in the final third where they apply pressure. Everything good England do tends to be on the counter-attack, and Noni was absolutely showing it. Picking the ball up, carrying it, ripping people left, right, and centre. Just very good performance all round. I wouldn't say, oh my God, masterclass, Noni has to start the next game, because I think Pedro Neto deserves to start based on what he's been doing recently on that right-hand side. However, I want to give him praise, and I want to say it's never as bad as people say it is when it comes to Noni Madueke, and it's never as good. So, for me, This was the Kavkas View. If you guys are interested in any more content, over here, what I did is I basically categorized the winners and the losers of the season so far for Chelsea Football Club. It doesn't mean they are losers in general and winners in general. It just means so far in this season, who have benefited from the season and whose stock has dropped a little bit this season. Go check it out. It's actually a very good watch. Peace out. I'm out. Have a lovely day. See you in 5 minutes.